Just make him feel stupid for not knowing
I think that's fab. I'm literally getting hot. Well, hello, Sophia.
Hello, Cinzia. How are you?
We're feeling very businesswoman-y today.
We're in our blazers.
We've got our blazers on. Sometimes, a blazer is the best option.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our big shoulder pads.
We're giving news anchor energy tonight,
in the best
honestly.
way. We are here
Good
with
evening,
Prime
everybody.
Video in collaboration with Beautiful Disaster.
We are.
Which
We're here
is
to celebrate.
Yeah, and it's just come out today. We're so excited.
Literally today.
Yeah, and so excited for you guys to watch the film finally.
I know. Got some heartthrobs.
Yeah.
This set here is based on the movie.
Yeah, look, we're in like a little fake boxing ring. We've got our pink...
Got some boxing gloves down here.
Yeah, we're gonna have a go at those.
We're
later.
actually in a boxing studio too.
We are. Like, we're legitimately in like a boxing
underground
place where people come and box.
Yeah.
Well, in the film, so Travis and Abby.
Yes.
They are.
There are stars.
They're the stars of the show. They're kind
Star-crossed lovers.
Star-crossed lovers. They're kind of seen to be opposites.
Yeah, we've got Travis, who's a bit more of the bad boy. He's the fighter.
Yeah.
And then we've got Abby, who's like very sweet. She sticks to the rules.
Yeah.
She's the good
She's
girl,
like the
right?
good girl. So like the question is do you guys think opposites attract? Do we think opposites attract?
I know.
I think opposites do attract, but you do need some similarities, like, because you need to have some sort of common ground.
Yes.
Like,
I think
share some, hobbies
common
or
interests.
just common interests, like, so you can have like a nice, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's also nice having someone who maybe challenges you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they do. I mean, in this film, they obviously do.
Yeah.
Abby and Travis, they're opposites and they attract.
I think they do, and I think it makes things a bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we're doing the girls' bathroom, we're going to read some dilemmas.
Yes, we're going to have some relationship chats tonight. We're going to talk about dating. Let's get into some relationship talk.
So we've got this one, and it says, I found a love letter from my boyfriend's ex in his bedroom.
In his bedroom, of all places.
Now the question is
it's an intimate area.
Do you guys, or do we like keep pictures of us and our exes? So my boyfriend and I, we're calling him Brian, of course.
Of
Absolutely.
course, Brian.
Is there any Brians here today?
Any Brians listening?
We've been together for just over a year now. Okay, so we've just hit the year mark. Everything is perfect. He is my dream guy. He literally treats me like a princess.
Aww.
Okay, so we're very open with each other in our relationship, and I trust him 1,000%.
Good.
So,
good sign.
The dilemma. In my boyfriend's bedroom, he has a drawer either side of the bed, okay?
Ooh.
And naturally, as we stay at his most of the time, I keep some of my things in one on the side of the bed that I sleep in.
Okay.
So you've just got your little knickknacks in the drawer on the side of the bed that you sleep in, naturally.
Yeah, naturally.
Okay, so the other night, I got out of the shower and went to get my deodorant out the drawer.
As you do.
This had fallen under some other things in the drawer, including a box.
Ooh. A box.
Okay, so there's like a mystery box, this frickin' memory box.
So it's got purpose. It's a memory box.
In the midst of moving things around to get my deodorant, the lid has fallen off the box. Oh,
the lid has just fell off the box.
I'd have gone, what is in that box?
Pour it out. Emptying the contents of the box on the floor.
Okay, so the lid mysteriously fell off the box.
And everything just happened to fall out.
Right, and the things inside have fallen out.
Oh, well, you love a convenience.
Absolutely. So I go to put them back when I notice a piece of paper on it with my boyfriend's name with a kiss. Reading this letter would actually make me throw up.
That's going to strike a chord.
Yeah, so I could see through the paper that has loads of writing on the other side.
Oh.
I know I probably shouldn't have, but my curiosity got the better of me, and I opened the piece of paper.
I would too.
Oh, 100%. And
How could you not?
naturally, it was a love letter from his ex-girlfriend. I felt violently sick.
Was it like the most recent ex, or was it an ex from a long time ago?
I know.
Because these things make a difference.
Well, she said it was from COVID time. So what, that was a couple of years?
So a couple of years, not that long ago.
Not that long. That maybe like just a year ago, maybe.
Yeah.
She was telling him how much she missed him, and how much she loves him, and he is her best friend. I can't lie. I just wanted to rip it up and throw it away. I put it back, and I didn't say anything.
She put
to
it
him.
back. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, because it's like, can you be angry? Like,
What can you do?
What are we angry about? He's not with her anymore.
I always knew he had an ex. Of course he's got an ex.
Like I knew she existed. So I'm just
it's just seeing it right in front of your eyes. Like it's, hearing someone describe your boyfriend as their best friend.
Yeah. And it's like, well, he's my best friend.
Yeah. It really hits you in the face. Like, oh my God, he has lived other lives.
Yeah. So I didn't say anything to him as I didn't want him to think that I was snooping through his stuff.
Of course.
Because then that could be a whole other thing.
Because you had to explain the deodorant. Look, it fell. Things just came out of the box.
Yeah. And he's
I saw
like,
your name.
And then he's like, well, what were you looking for? What were you looking for?
Are you snooping? Can't trust you. Don't want to open
like,
that kind of words.
It was an innocent mistake.
It was the deodorant.
It was the deodorant. So I know he's most likely forgotten it's even there.
Hopefully,
I think that is generally the case.
I think so too.
Because I know where our minds go. We're thinking, he still loves her.
He reads this every night.
He wants to be with her. He doesn't want to be with me. And we can get a bit crazy.
I would say though, has he kept something from every ex? Because if he's just kept something from this ex, that would set my mind going, oh,
she's the one that got away.
She's the one he wants to be with.
Yeah, and then also you don't want to remind him of the letter. Like, what if he genuinely has forgotten it?
And then what if he's like, oh, I should read that actually, and then he starts thinking, and then you're like, oh my God.
Or what if he's like, oh, I've never actually read that letter before.
I know.
It's common.
Yeah, it can be lighthearted. You could make a joke of it,
and then see how he responds.
She's got good penmanship.
Yeah.
You could go.
So you've kept this, have you? You've kept this letter.
Would you like to frame it as well?
Yeah, what should we do with it? Should we laminate it?
Should we highlight it? And make some notes?
Should we go through it together?
Yeah, you could make a joke out of it, I think.
Yeah, I think see how much it affects you. If you feel like you need to say something, get it off your chest.
If it's bugging you.
And also, you could either let it go or it might give you a bit of peace of mind if you can talk about it.
Okay, right. We have another dilemma.
Yes. So,
question. How do you actually, she's put in capitals, how do you actually break up with someone? I'm 24 and find myself struggling to end my first and only relationship with the so-called high school sweetheart.
Listen, it is so hard to break up with someone.
It is hard.
Like it,
you got to be brave,
especially someone who you still care for.
Yes,
because a part of what makes it so hard is because you don't want to see them upset.
And you also feel guilty. You feel guilty that I'm breaking this down.
Right, but then you can't let that stop you from doing what you want to do. Like if you don't want to be with someone anymore, you can't let that. You can't let just them seeing them cry stop you from breaking up with them.
Oh, but his family's so nice and they're going to be so upset and I don't want to upset them. They're all valid. Life. That's all valid feelings, but it's not enough of a reason for you to be like, I'm going to stay,
No, exactly.
Okay, so 24, struggling to end the first relationship.
Yeah.
Every time I decide, today's the day, I'm going to do it. We're breaking up today.
It takes so much courage as well.
I can't bring myself to do it. Or I say the words and then retract them because of how distraught it makes him. My question is, what is a foolproof step-by-step plan for a successful breakup?
Well, we've got to do it step by step.
Step 1. How do I actually bring myself to end it with conviction? And how do I face the aftermath of a significant breakup?
So
okay, we've been here. We've been here. We can instruct you on how to do this. I remember when I had to break up with someone, I was sat outside their house in the car and it was like a 25-minute drive over. I remember I left my house and I was like, oh my God, next time I come back to this house, I'm going to be single.
I'm going to be a single lady ready to mingle.
And I was driving there and I was like, oh my God, this is happening. Like it was a long relationship. He had no idea.
Everyone that you were doing
told
it.
everyone. I was like, guys, today's the day. It's happening. It's happening. Like my mum was like, good luck.
And everyone was like, good luck.
Call me after.
Yeah.
He had no idea it was coming, and that made it worse as well because I was like, I'm about to ruin this boy's day and he's just got no idea. He thinks I'm coming around for the week. No, it's not funny. So I was driving over and you're hyping yourself up and you're like, oh my God, okay, I'm going to do it. Then I got there. I remember I was sat outside the house. It was raining.
It was raining. It was like a movie.
Yeah, and I was sat there and I was like, I can't get out of the car. Like, I totally get what you mean when you're like, you can't bring yourself to do it. I was like, oh my God, I can't get out of the car. I don't know what to do. And I was like, just take a deep breath. You're doing the right thing. So I went in, knocked on, and I remember I was trying to break up. Was trying to do it. And he just
you're trying to soften the blow.
Yeah, I'm trying to ease into this
breakup. But then you're almost not getting the message across because you're being too soft. thank God.
You
Let's get outta
honestly,
here.
like, it sounds so simple, but like you really need to say the words, because if someone's not accepting it, they really need to hear the words like, I think we should break up, like, I want to break up. And sort of like, I think some helpful tips, like, don't pose it as a question.
Don't pose it as a question.
Don't pose it as something you're thinking about. Like, because sometimes it could be tempting to be like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of feeling like maybe it's not right. Like, you have to be like firm with what you're saying and just make like very strong statements.
Okay, so we've got another dilemma. It's actually from an Abby. And Abby is actually the main character, the main leading lady
of the film.
And this is kind of from like her perspective. So
it'll give you a bit of a glimpse into the storyline.
A bit of an insight into what Abby might be going through in the film with Travis.
Should I read it? You're going to read it?
Yes.
Okay.
You read it. Go ahead.
Hi, girls. I need your help with my relationship with a guy at my university.
Oh, okay.
Let's call him Brian.
Okay.
He is the typical bad boy, ladies' man. And when we first met, I wasn't interested in him. If anything, I found his reputation on campus gross.
It's like there are those groups online. You can join groups where it's like you can put in a guy that you've met online.
You can and get feedback.
You can be like, has anyone ever dated this guy?
Yeah.
Like, is there any red flags I should look out for? Like, is he a good guy? Like what
why
are your
didn't it work
stories?
out? What's gone wrong with this guy? What should I look out for?
Yeah. Like, have any of you guys been in that kind of situation?
Okay. However, so wasn't interested in him. He had a bad rep. It was putting me off. So, however, he was clearly interested in me. And as we spent more time together, almost amongst mutual friends, I realized there was an undeniable attraction between us.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of complications. One day he made a bet with me, which I lost.
Whoa.
Getting some tease
bit of
sneaks
betting
into the film here. And I had to spend a month living with him in his flat.
Whoa.
I slept with him on the last night, but think I might be better off with someone else I met before the bet.
Oh, okay.
Let's call him Keith.
Keith.
Shout out Keith.
Any
Keiths out there. He's a good boy with a good education and perhaps a bit more like me.
Yeah.
But am I forcing the spark? Okay. That said.
So Keith is similar to Abby.
And he's more of the safe bet.
Yeah.
You
kind of
know?
like the guy she's gone for before.
Maybe.
Travis, maybe.
It's
before
like,
Brian.
it's going to be a smooth ride.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of, she knows what to expect if she starts dating Keith.
It's comfortable.
But with Brian, it's unsure. What's our future
and also
gonna
with
look
Brian, like, we've got undeniable attraction.
Chemistry.
Keith's not given the chemistry, you
but
know?
he's giving safe bet. Like,
He's giving safety.
so it's like, do we go for safety or not?
Or the spark.
Or the spark.
Safety or spark. Safety or spark.
Safety or spark.
So that said, now I realise that my feelings for Brian are strong and I'm really confused about what to do.
Yeah.
Can you help me figure out what to do about Brian and Keith? From
Okay. I think
we were saying how we don't think that you can like create chemistry. I think you've either got it with someone or you haven't. And I think like, because I remember going on dates and being like, oh, he's really nice, but like, I'm not sure if there's chemistry. And I would keep going on these dates and be like, hopefully we'll get this chemistry. And it just never.
Because they were like attractive guys.
I was like, this guy is handsome. Why aren't I like leaning more into it?
Because like, I'd look at pics and be like, he is beautiful and he is sexy, but
no chemistry
in person, like you just weren't sparking.
Yeah, there was no spark.
No. So like, yeah, also the question is, can a spark develop?
I don't think so.
I don't think it can.
No, you don't.
I don't.
You know, when someone's like, oh, I'm in love with two people, it's like, well, if you were really in love with the first one, how could you have fallen in love with the second?
So true. Okay, so in the film, Travis, you know, he does a lot of things to try and impress Abby from the film. He does a lot of things.
And we all have done a lot of things to impress people. And we've all done
a lot of things. And the question is like, what's the craziest thing?
Or the pettiest thing.
To impress.
Someone said, we love tats.
Oh, we love a little tattoo.
Okay, so we are going to read some things that you've sent in earlier.
So, oh boy, do I have a story for you.
Oh, tell us.
I once tried to impress a guy by pretending to be a huge Spanish football fan. I knew he loved football and I figured this was my chance to show him how cool and interesting I was. Oh God. You're just getting yourself into something here. So I confidently told him that I was really into Spanish football and that I followed it closely.
Followed it closely.
Oh.
Not the closely.
Yeah, because you're kind of hoping that he's like, oh, Spanish football. I don't know much about Spanish football, but it's lovely that you're interested. I'm more interested into like the Manchester team.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But really.
I support, yeah.
So she said he seemed surprised and asked me who was at the top of the league at the moment.
Not the specifics.
Oh, well, it's Genovia.
It's Genovia.
It's actually the Genovian team.
You know, the Genovian pears. They're famous for them, you know.
And he'll be like, oh, no, I've never heard of Genovia. Oh,
Queen Clarice.
Queen Clarice, the pears.
Princess Mia.
Do you not know Princess Mia and the Genovian
Mia
pears?
Thermopolis Rinaldi, Queen of Genovia.
Thermopolis Rinaldi, Queen of Genovia. And then you're playing him at his own game, and then he's like,
for Queen Clarice.
And then he goes home and he Googles Genovia.
And the Genovian pears.
And the Genovian pears.
Oh, gosh, good times.
So, yeah, he seemed surprised. Asked me who was at the top of the league. Well, of course it's Genovia. Oh, it's a small island off just by Mallorca. Do you not know it?
Just make him feel stupid for not knowing
For not knowing. I think that's fab.
Amelia Mignonette,
I'm literally
Thermopolis
getting
Rinaldi.
hot. Literally getting hot here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Genovia's at the top. What colour is
Who
that?
else would be?
Well, it's yellow shirts. Have you not seen
It's
them?
green for their famous
Sure, Ronaldo
pears.
played for them once. You do not follow it back. You obviously don't follow it as much as I do.
Oh, that's cute. You're not sure what you're on about.
And that's when I realised that I was in way over my head.
Oh, God.
I had who the teams were. So I had who the teams were. I didn't know who the teams were, let alone who was winning. I tried to think fast and come up with an answer, but my mind was completely blank. I was totally rumbled. He looked at me with a mix of confusion and amusement. You've just been caught in the lie. That is the worst.
Caught red-handed. Now
he
he thinks
should have gone back
she's
with Genovia.
Now he thinks
Then he would have been caught in something.
Yeah.
Not knowing what's going on.
Now he thinks she's a freak.
So he's kind of looking at you like,
second guessing you.
I think you're chatting a bit of nonsense.
What are you on about?
And I knew that my attempt to impress him had completely backfired.
Oh, no.
To make matters worse, he started asking me more questions about Spanish football. I felt like such a fraud, and then he just burst out laughing. I think he quite liked the lengths I'd gone to relate to him. I think he found that funny. I think he found it quite endearing.
There is an element of like, oh, you were trying that hard to impress me.
Yeah.
That you
I think
like you
it's
could
kinda cute.
you could see that in a positive.
I think he thought it was cute.
Yeah.
Okay, should we read another one of these stories?
Yes, you've got the last
So
one,
we've got,
I think.
last summer, I was head over heels for this girl who loved May Muller.
Okay.
She was always talking about how her and wanted to go to her gig, to go watch her live.
Okay.
But the show at the Roundhouse was sold out.
Right.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Oh, no,
I've got us tickets. I've got us tickets and you can't get tickets. Or something like that. It's lie. So yeah, the show was sold out. I really wanted to impress her, so I decided to take matters into my own hands.
Oh, gosh.
One of my good friends worked in the music industry and as a booking agent,
Okay.
organising tours for artists. Okay, so you've actually got an in.
Yeah, this seems legit.
Okay, and so I called him up and begged him to get me tickets to the gig. He told me that it was a long shot, but he would try his very best.
Nice. Okay. I like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good friend to have that.
Days passed and I almost gave up hope until my phone buzzed with a message from my friend. He had managed to get us 2 backstage passes to the May Muller gig. Sick.
Backstage, did that say?
Backstage passes. Right. I couldn't wait to surprise this girl with this amazing news. I met her outside the venue, and when I told her that I had managed to get us these VIP passes, her eyes lit up with excitement. We were both over the moon, and we've been together ever since. Oh, so this is a success story.
Oh, this is success. About trying to impress.
He's impressed her with something amazing. Listen,
I was thinking, what's going to go wrong? What's going to go wrong?
Well, if I was surprised with Harry Styles backstage, absolutely, you are my new boyfriend.
Absolutely. Will you marry me?
Absolutely.
1000%.
Oh, congrats.
Oh, I love that story.
We love to hear it.
The lengths we go to,
I
hey?
know,
The lengths
you
we go to.
guys.
But if anyone's got a first date this weekend, good luck, guys. Have fun.
Okay,
so
well,
thank you so much for joining us.
you,
This has been
guys.
so much fun.
Yes.
Don't forget that Beautiful Disaster is available now to watch on Prime Video. So
It
make
is
sure this
indeed.
bank holiday weekend you find the time to watch it. Thank you
Wow.
for joining us. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the film and have a lovely bank
Enjoy
holiday
Beautiful
weekend.
Disaster. Goodbye.
Bye.